Hey everyone, welcome back to LT Gaming. My name is Tom and today we got something special lined up for you. We're diving into Songs of Conquest, a game that has been making waves in the strategy community and is now finally leaving early access on May 20th. Luke and I are both incredibly excited for this game, and we want to extend a massive thank you to Lava Potion for giving us early access to the full release. But that is not all, we've got 3 game keys to give away today. If you want to enter the draw for this, make sure to like the video, drop a comment below sharing your thoughts on Songs of Conquest, and you'll have to join our Discord because that's where we'll be distributing the keys from. So we'll select 3 lucky winners by midweek, so don't miss out on that. In today's video, we're going to cover everything you need to know about Songs of Conquest. I'll start with an overview of the game, touching on its unique features and setting, and then we'll dive into the gameplay, explore the mechanics and what makes it stand out. And I want to take a look at what's new in the full release, including new content and updates throughout the early access. After that, we'll discuss the pros and cons and give you a balanced overview of the game in totality. And finally, I'll share my personal thoughts on how it stacks up against others in the genre. You guys know I'm a massive Heroes 3 fan, and this is one of their inspirations for this title. So whether you're a long-term fan of turn-based strategy games or just curious about what Songs of Conquest has to offer, stick around, we've got a lot to cover and you don't want to miss out. Of course, remember to like, comment and subscribe and get in the draw. Alright, so let's kick things off with a quick overview. What is Songs of Conquest? Well, it's a turn-based strategy game developed by Lava Potion and published by Coffee Stain Publishing. It's heavily inspired by 90s classics like Heroes of Might and Magic 3, so you know I'm gonna like it. It's seeking to bring a nostalgic yet fresh experience to fans of this genre. In Songs of Conquest, you lead powerful magicians known as wielders, venturing into uncharted lands. Your mission is to wage battles against opposing armies, hunt for powerful artifacts, and seize control of the world around you. The game can be summed up as a turn-based strategy-adventure hybrid. On the strategy side of things, you manage your kingdom by recruiting wielders and units. You construct and upgrade your buildings and engage in turn-based combat skirmishes. The adventure aspect shines through with its unique fantasy setting and story. All of this is beautifully presented in a mix of 2D pixel art, 3D environments and then effects like volumetric lighting to create an immersive experience. It breaks down into 4 distinct factions, which I think is very important when we're dealing with games like this. First up we have Arleon, knights of old battering each other for dominance. We have Rana, ancient tribes fighting for survival in the swamps. Loth, who are your necromancer faction, raising the dead to forge a glorious future. And then Barya, bold mercenaries and inventors who are dedicated to coin, gunpowder and independence. Each faction feels fresh and does offer unique playstyle with a cool backstory added in as well. I think the game's unique selling points are its incredible pixel art style, vibrant detail in the world as well, and strong map design ensures that it feels fresh and strategic. Alright, where games are made and broken is in the gameplay mechanics, so let's dive into them for Songs of Conquest. First off, we have Adventure Awaits. You're going to explore a variety of maps filled with diverse enemies, valuable loot, and each map presents contrasting biomes with unique enemy factions, environments and battlefields. And then they usually feel quite fresh and engaging. Next, you of course are building an empire, and this comes down to resource management, advancing in research, which I really enjoy that feature, and expanding your kingdom, and they're all crucial to your success. You've got to plan your town to match your playstyle, whether you're going for brute force, magic, or a little bit of both. And when it comes to combat, you are waging war. The game offers a deep combat system that utilizes troop abilities and powerful magics, and you have to combine troops effectively to maximize your spells and damage potential. Strategic use of the battlefield, such as claiming high ground and protecting bottlenecks, can really turn things into your favor. Now let's break down the main gameplay loop in Songs of Conquest. And it does do a fantastic job of echoing greatness of classics like Heroes 3. It does still carve out its unique feel and vibe though. You start the game with resource collection and management while balancing this with exploration and expansion. It's fairly standard there. But the beautifully drawn maps, they're not just eye candy, they are intricate pieces of work that you have to interact with, different locations, and it does feel like an immersive gameplay experience. Combat mechanics and unit diversity are key components. Initially I did struggle with the combat here because I had the Heroes 3 mindset, because I'm so used to playing that game, but I have grown to appreciate the distinct art style here, the different unit selection and strategic depth of the battles, albeit a different type of strategic depth, particularly the elevation mechanics. Each faction's units do have unique abilities and roles, and it can make a strategically rich encounter. Your heroes in this game are known as wielders. They are a blend of might and magic style characters, and they complement their respective factions very well. Selecting and developing the right wielders is crucial for your strategy. They bring powerful abilities and leadership to your armies, and can be really powerful enhancements and augmentations to your attack, defense, and kingdom abilities. Overall, the game does offer rich and immersive gameplay experience that combines all of these things that you need in this style of game: exploration, strategic combat, and kingdom management. And it's a game that respects its inspirations while still forging its own identity in the strategy genre. Now let's talk about what's new in the full release of Songs of Conquest. First off, I gotta say the devs have been remarkably consistent. They've been rolling out updates every month since early access began, and they've packed in tons of new content and improvements. When we dive into the new content, last year we saw the introduction of the third campaign with the Barony of Loth, and now we're getting the fourth one, which is the Sun-Scorched Dunes of Baria. This fourth campaign, you follow the journey of Bigil, a character facing loss and insurmountable odds, and it's all building into the campaign mode. Another exciting addition is challenge maps. They're designed to test your skill and strategies to the limit. There's currently 11 unique challenge maps available, each offering different and dangerous paths to victory. Alongside the new maps and game modes, the AI has been significantly improved. It's much more efficient during combat, managing troops, resources, and making strategic decisions. And the thing that I really needed was the difficulty levels have been reworked into 7 tiers, from simple to deadly, and this allows players to customize their experience a lot more. In terms of gameplay mechanics and user interface, there's been a number of enhancements on this front. We've got a visually stunning new main menu. We have support and verified by Valve for Steam Deck, bringing up the accessibility. So these are all good optimizations. They also listen to the community, which is what I love. Bug fixes and community feedback have played a crucial role in this game. One major feature that was added early on in the early access was random map from the outcry from the community. And now they are starting to tinker and tailor with this to make it more balanced and accessible. And we see a huge amount of maps and content being generated with the in-game map editor. So over 400 maps and several grand campaigns are available. Now, to give you guys a balanced view of what to expect, let's break this game down into what I see as its strengths and also areas for improvement. Strengths: unique art style and aesthetic appeal. One of the first things you're going to notice about this game is its stunning pixel art style. Detailed environments and characters really bring the game to life, and I find it extremely visually engaging. We also have deep strategic elements and satisfying combat. The game has a rich strategic pedigree, tactical combat with kingdom management, and you need a depth of strategy to succeed, and it makes every victory feel quite rewarding. We also have a huge amount of replayability with varied campaigns and multiplayer. So a lot of campaign content to dive into, a robust multiplayer mode, and a lot of community created content here as well. And I feel they are consistent updates, and the wealth of content they've added throughout the early access shows their dedication to the game, and I'm very enthused for the future by this. Areas for improvement from me: I do feel there need to be more creatures in the game. The game has a decent variety of units, but we need an addition of more creatures both in neutral and faction based. It would enhance the game's balance and strategic diversity. I would also love if there were more factions involved, but I don't know what their plans are on this front. More points of interest on that as well, more diversity in map locations that we can explore, maybe a few more engaging locations that require your input. And then I have a bit of a problem with the spell system. I find the current spell system somewhat underwhelming. And while I don't have any specific suggestions that wouldn't just simply copy Heroes 3 for example, I do feel the spells need to be more exciting and impactful. currently many of them feel bland and they don't, I'm just casting them for the sake of it. I don't feel like they're altering the course of the battle. Overall, Songs of Conquest is a fantastic strategy experience, beautiful art, deep mechanics, and constant updates and attention. What's not to love? Alright, we're nearing the end of the video, so let's recap everything for those who have a shorter attention span. Songs of Conquest is the standout game in the turn-based strategy genre right now. Great art, aesthetic appeal, strategic elements, and satisfying combat. The game's consistency in the update front have introduced a lot of new content, and this is a major plus, and the improvements in AI and user interface were well needed and have added a lot. There are areas for improvement that I've mentioned, more creatures, to add a bit more variety and strategic elements, a more exciting spell system, but they are minor issues in my mind. And the game shines brightly. It's reflected in the stellar Steam reviews and growing community. So who would enjoy Songs of Conquest? If you love lore-heavy, fantasy-rich worlds with lovely visuals on top, this game is going to be for you. And if you're a fan of classic games like the Hero series, or you're just looking for a fresh and engaging strategy game, Songs of Conquest can have a lot to offer you. We want to hear your thoughts and experiences with the game. Drop us a comment below and let us know what you think. Don't forget to enter the contest. You need to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and you need to be on the Discord server so we can share the key with you. We'll be selecting the keys by midweek. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.